It's Kringle Time. Sit back and relax as we dive into a world of laughter and learning with the Kringle Brothers, reminding us that we are better together.
Hey, welcome to
Hey,
Kringle Time, everyone.
I love the theme music. I just want to get up and dance, 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 dance.
You're a hoot. So I was going to make the comment, Happy Tax Day. But then I
Well,
thought,
that,
wait a second, I shouldn't say Happy Tax Day.
well, Uncle Sam would like it.
Maybe. I'm thinking, who else besides him would say Happy Tax Day?
I'm going to be honest. I think it's a great tax day because this is the first time in a few years that my taxes were done like in February and I actually got money back.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a lot, which means I'm doing something right. But at the same time, too, hey, you know what? It's
Yeah.
something we got to do because what's the old adage?
There's only two things they say you have to do is something
Pay
and then
tax,
pay taxes and
pay
die.
taxes and die.
Yeah, there we
So
go.
I rather be here paying taxes than anything else. But we have so many people joining us today. Hello, Robert McNamara from
Oh,
Colorado. We have Jim Barrett with us. Bill Stockwell's with us. Chris Gillings,
oh, Dave is
Ken from
here.
Toledo.
Claus is here.
Up and we got brother Bruce with us and Gary from Tennessee. Bill and Santa Allen and John Schnegelberger. That's just a fun word to say. It's like snickerdoodle.
Oh, I love.
Terry's here with us. Bubba, Dave. Oh yeah, we got a good crew with us today. So Michael, how what? Oh, I need to introduce you? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kringle Times. I'm your host, Herbie. If you squeeze me, I sound like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And then we have Santa Michael, the infamous, most popular Santa that you can find. A
Uh,
hit with all the
well,
kids.
I tell you what, let me go. I want to stop you there. Let me go to the fun fact. We've had weather like absolutely wonderful here in Michigan.
Well, for some parts of Michigan,
Well, it's been the rain and the flooding, and there's been a lot of that stuff going on. But temperature wise, golly gee, I mean, I took a walk the other day in shorts.
I know, isn't it amazing? I mean, one day it's 80, next day it's 70, and we're getting a potential monsoon slash hurricane.
And then now this Sunday, the temperature drops all the way back down again.
Now, you know what's funny, Michael, is I know your fascinating fact dealing with the weather that's coming up here is
Yep.
interesting, but just remember, let's take this into realization with our friends and brothers and sisters up in Canada, like Bruce Templeton from Newfoundland.
Yeah.
So when you say the fascinating fact, could you only imagine how much snow they got?
Well, you know what? If they're on, it would be fun to see what they say. So, in other words, my fun fact is Marquette, Michigan, is of course, up in the UP, and they're famous for getting lots of snow. So, how much snow? That could be a question. How much snow do you think Marquette got this year?
Now,
This
this isn't a trivia. This is just fascinating
trivia.
facts
This is
time.
just a fun fact because all of a sudden it's going to be freezing again on Sunday, and there's the potential of snow again for Marquette, kind of thing, right? So Marquette up there in the UP, they got 274.7 inches. That comes out to 22.89 feet, almost 23 feet. That's a lot of snow, Michael.
I know, but Kelly said only 30 inches.
30 inches for where
30
they.
inches. 30 inches. See, Bruce Templeton got 6 feet in 2 weeks.
Oh, there we go, Bruce. I wonder what Bruce could give us the total. I mean, has the total for them because I know they have it a lot up too. But I'm still going 23 feet of snow. It's like two-story house kind of thing.
Well, according to Bruce Nord, is basically Marquette, Michigan broke their own record. So, Michael, using the universal map of Michigan, why don't you show our viewers where Marquette, Michigan would approximately be? Wrong way, wrong thumb. Flip it. There you go.
It's going
And
up and up and
it's right
all the way
there.
up and you're gonna have to point to it. I only got my thumbs there.
But just to give you a clue, it's near the tip of the lower peninsula here in Michigan. So it does get cold. It does get snow.
Well, you
So,
know what?
and Kevin Bernhardt says he'd rather stay here in Kansas.
Yeah, that would be nice. Well, I tell you what, it is tax day, so I thought
It
it
is
would
tax
be
day.
it would be appropriate to talk about the business side of being a Santa. Because remember, we talked about the heart of a Christmas performer and what's a healthy heart look like, and one of those areas is business. So before we introduce our guest tonight to help us discuss this and what we can do and improve on it, let's run this.
Well, before you run,
Are you going crazy managing clients, contracts, and invoices?
All right, I'm back.
well,
Before I run it,
I didn't want to lose this thought.
okay.
Jerry Nebel said he lived in Valdez, Alaska for a few years, and 350 inches a year was not unusual.
Oh wow, that's some snow, dude. That you'd have to buy a heavy duty snowblower.
Dude, I would not go outside. I just live in a cave.
All right, back.
Now back
Okay.
to
Are you going crazy managing clients, contracts, and invoices? Kringle Tracker is here to help you. Stay organized with ease. Keep your sanity in check with Kringle Tracker's intuitive tools to effectively manage your schedule and clients. Our seamless, customizable contract system allows you to tailor your contracts to you and your clients' needs. Prepare for tax time like a pro by tracking your income and expenses and generate reports to make it a breeze. Transform your claws business by signing up for a free 20-day trial. Kringle Tracker was created by a Claus for the Claus community so you can focus on making magical memories for your clients. Head over to kringletracker.com and sign up for your free trial today.
Well, hopefully that was a hint at who our special guest is. So, would you please welcome the CEO, the founder, and the developer of Kringle Tracker, Santa Roger Minton. There he
Overall
comes.
great
There he
guy.
is.
Hello.
Hey, Roger.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh,
Well, we
thank you
appreciate
for
you coming
coming.
on.
It's awesome. So Roger, I'm not sure if everyone knows. So there's questions that I'm like a major Kringle Tracker fan. All right, so I can give personal testimony in tons of areas with it. But just so our viewers know, what's the CRM program?
So CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. So really, it's the communication between you and your customers for your business. And those, since businesses can be different, Santas or magicians or clowns, that's where the customization comes in on how you use it with your customers and clients.
Awesome. Well, you know what I should do? I should have asked this one first, because Roger is also a Santa. So
No.
I don't look like it,
well,
but
I'm not saying not everyone knows. I'm taking the assumption it's better
Ro-
to ask again than go, oh, I already knew that.
yeah.
You heard me for helping me
Roger
out.
is a master of many talents when it comes to the entertainment per field. I mean, you do Santa, of course.
Yep.
You also are a hypnotist.
Yes.
You also do magic.
Yep.
So you have your foot and thumbs in a lot of different pies playing across this game.
Yeah. So,
So-
I've been doing magic since I was 6, and in terms of Santa, I'm going into my 17th year as Santa. So I have a lot of both sides of how we're doing it. I've been on the booking side of a Santa, so I've booked several Santas myself before I became a Santa, and then when I became a Santa, running the business and talking with you and other performers on how they manage their business.
Well,
Yeah.
that brings us up to our very first question here is, with Kringle Tracker, a great idea starts somewhere.
Right.
So, what were the problems that you were seeing as in the center of the community that made you say, "Hey, we need something to help us and give us the origin story of Kringle Tracker"?
Okay. So to understand where Kringle Tracker first came to thought, we have to go way back to 2003. So I was in high school and I was doing magic shows throughout the summer, trying to manage my schedule and couldn't. After high school, got married, started a family, magic tapered off, and the idea of building something kind of went to the back burner. And every now and then, I'd have some magic buddies that would ask me or tell me that they're having trouble, and it would kind of come back up, and I'd think about it. It wasn't until 2019 where I was with Michael and Herbie up in Birch Run, and we were going to the Brothers Claws with Steve Gillum and Leon. So there, Michael and I were talking, and he was voicing frustrations of how he does his business. And that's when I brought it back up and said, hey, what about if I could do this? And Michael's like, that might be good. So I decided to take the opportunity and run the idea by Mr. Steve Gillum himself. And I will never forget that man when I told him. He looked at me and in his wonderful voice said, if you could do that, I'd buy the shit out of it. And Steve was our third user that signed up. So he supported it. He loves it. That's where Kringle Tracker became an actual thing. And from there, we started programming and writing things and designing it for about a year. And then we launched it. We're coming up on almost 4 years now.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I can also there's a couple comments in the chat there, Roger, that whatever you have on the wall behind you is giving you a pair of Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh yeah, those are my wife's hats.
All right, Michael, go ahead.
So for Santas who have never used a CRM program, so what does Kringle Tracker actually do for them a day by day? So what are some of the features and what does Kringle Tracker do?
So if we think about what our clients go through. So our clients have a very lengthy process to hire a Santa before they even talk to us. They've got to get on, they've got to figure out what date, what time, then they got to go look for a Santa. And as most of us know, not all of them know how to find a Santa. So once they get to you, now there's a whole nother set of steps that has to happen for both you and your client. They've got to call you or contact you or submit a request through your website. You have to then verify that you have the date open, the time, the driving, logistics, all of that. Then you have to go back to them with a quote or an invoice. And then you go to agreements if you do an agreement or a contract. And then you collect a retainer or a deposit. And then you might be able to do the show right then and there. So all of that happens before we step 1 foot into a house or a library or wherever we're performing a Santa. After that, what a lot of us don't do is we don't follow up and ask for feedback. So there's items that a CRM helps you with before your client gets to you and after you've performed or serviced the client with whatever shows or items you're doing. So all of that has to be managed somehow. And a lot of us start out very simply by managing it with pen and paper. Or now we're in a technological age, so we use calendar, we use Apple Calendar, we use Google Calendar, we use a Google Doc. Everything is split everywhere. I know when I first started, I had Post-it notes all over the place.
Right.
And what a CRM does is it helps bring all of that into one place so you can keep your head on straight. And it doesn't matter if you're tracking 5 events or 105 events, all of that information has to be tracked every single time. So that's where the CRMs come in and help you organize and keep things flowing smoothly on your side of the business.
So Kringle Tracker then, I can type up a contract and then send it to someone.
Yep.
And then one of the features that I love with it is that they can e-sign it.
Yes. Yeah. So contracts and templates. So if we go back to our scenario of booking, someone gets a hold of you. One of the first things you need to do is you need to create that record in your CRM. So you're going to track that client. Then you're going to create the event for that client. You're going to attach that. And that's where I want to stop and talk about most CRMs revolve around the client because the client is the most important part for a lot of businesses. For Kringle Tracker, I kind of flip that on the head because whilst the client is very important for us, the most important thing is when and where do I need to be? So we've focused everything around the event. So everything gets attached to the event. So it's a very small paradigm shift with it, but it's a little different. So we attach everything to the event. So that's a contract, like Michael said. You can do an invoice. You can have notes in there. So you have all of that information at a glance when you need it.
Cool.
Well, one of the things I can say is, and I think it's one of the best for me, not only are all the nice ideas of the invoices and the contracts being sent electronically to the client, it's a simple fact that Kringle Tracker is a web-based application. So I could be in my car on the way to an event and I can log into Kringle Tracker on my phone or my iPad. It's not, I don't have to just be at home.
Right.
Which then allows for updates. Where was that address I was going to? So I can plug it into that one there too. So
Yeah, one of the other things that we have when we use disjointed systems is we call it the gold record. You know, who's the master record that holds everything? And if you're using multiple systems, something's going to get out of sync. So for Kringle Tracker, Kringle Tracker is the source of truth for you. So then you can sync your calendar out to all your different devices, Apple, Android, Outlook calendars. So when something like that does change, Herbie, you make the change in Kringle Tracker and now it's propagated to everywhere. So you're not making an adjustment on the road in your calendar app and then it's never getting back. That was one of the things that happened to me in 2018. I got up, was getting ready for an event. I had to be there at 11:30. I get a call at 11 o'clock saying, "Where are you? You're a half hour late." And I went, "No, I'm not." And I immediately drove and tried to get there as fast as I could. All said and done, the lady who hired me did not stay with the company that long. I had a new contact person. She called me. I was in the middle of driving, asked me to change the time. I said yes, and then I never updated anything. And so what that really does is it's not just the phone call you don't want to make and talk to a client about, but I lost the business. I had had that company for 4 years at that time, and I lost it because of one mistake. So
Wow.
whether you're using Kringle Tracker or some other system, having a system will help you become a better Santa because you're going to be more organized.
Yes, I needed help with that. you know, so what do you think is like, and I know how I would answer this, right? So what do you
Right.
think is one of the biggest time-saving features for a busy Santa, as we're talking about organization kind of thing, that in the middle of the season, what's an important feature that would help that component?
During the season or any
Or
time?
even, we'll do any time, because I know my answer to
Yeah.
the right question would be, I'm curious to see if you'll say the same thing that I would say with it.
Well, not to be cliche, but tax time.
Oh,
So
interesting.
when we think about running a business, we have expenses and we have income that's coming in. So all of your suits that you buy, all the props that you buy, all the schools you attend, all the gas that you spend, everything that you buy for your business needs to be tracked from the IRS's standpoint. So entering those expenses throughout the year and not waiting until December 31st to do it gets you ahead for today. And with Kringle Tracker, we have a profit and loss report and we have an itemized statement and we have some statistical reports to help you do that. And the profit and loss report actually itemizes everything out into the IRS 22 categories of business expenses, and it shows your income. And so whether you do your taxes or you have an accountant do it, it makes it very easy because now it's just a one-to-one correlation between the system and what the IRS is expecting you to report.
Yeah.
now, Michael, why don't you say what your accountant says when you walk in with the Kringle Tracker report?
Oh, I love you. When I walked in I changed accountants, right? And I walked in and I had my form filled out, for the PDF for it, and I handed it to him and I go, "Here's all the categories." He goes, "You have receipts for everything?" "Oh yeah, that's in another folder." He goes, This is so easy to look at, and all the categories are already set for exactly what the IRS does. So I got an "I love you," and well, thank you. Santa tries to love everybody, and so yeah.
Well, you
And
you bring up
I literally could have printed and done taxes January 1st.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because everything this year I had completely so when January 1st came, so I literally could have just went, printed it, and done taxes January 1st, which
but
I didn't, just to let you know. I did because all my other things I had to get in, but I could have done the Kringle Tracker side of it
Right.
January 1st.
But you brought up a really good point in your story there, Roger. What was one of the best features, or not I want to say best features, but newest feature that you created within Kringle Tracker with the use of the camera and
Oh,
receipts?
yeah. So, one of the things with entering transactions, and I'm guilty just as many of users are, I don't enter my transactions or my expenses when they happen. I usually batch them up, and now you got 50, and now it's a very daunting task. So, one of the things we just released at the end of the last year was a receipt parser is essentially what we're calling it. So you can take a picture of your receipt, whether it's a gas receipt or a McDonald's receipt, and we use AI and it will parse all the information out and it pre-populates the form for you. So it takes probably 20-30 seconds and your form's completely filled out. You verify the information, hit save, and you're done. And when I was building it, I had about 75 different receipts from gas stations and food places and all the stuff that I've been buying. And I was taking pictures of every single one of them, testing it to make sure it was doing it. And then about a week after I launched it, we were out to dinner and the check came and I told my wife, I said, "Here, take a picture because I get to use this feature in real time." And it was so fun to actually be able to use that and record the transaction right then and there. And now I don't have to worry about that particular one.
Well, I can tell you, Michael and I, on our recent trip to Virginia Beach, we were using that all the time. It was like, all right, who's paying? All right, get your camera out. Click.
That's right. Get the phones out. I can take it. 2 months ago, we had a MAPS luncheon up in Traverse City area, the Santa. So literally, Greg called me up. Can you do like a little class and show us? And everyone got their receipts out. Everyone got their phones out. And all right, yeah, walk them through. Now just check the data, make sure it entered it correctly, because like anything else. Yep, hit save, you're done. Everyone is like, oh, I love this feature. So it was very popular at the restaurant.
That's
that day.
awesome. And that's the stuff that I love to hear because my goal for building software and why I got into it 20 years ago was to build stuff that helps people. So if I can build a system for us to manage our Santa business and it makes you a better performer, I win. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Well, go on, Michael.
No, go ahead, Herbie. You go ahead.
Well, I was going to say is Kringle Tracker is not free.
No.
So what is the rate? What is the cost to actually get access to Kringle Tracker?
So we have real simple pricing. It's either yearly or monthly. It's $20 a month or it's $175 for a year. So when you go the year route, you save about $65 by purchasing the annual subscription. And when we decided to price it, I surveyed about 300 or 400 different Santas, asking them what their typical range that they charge for a visit is. And it was in that 150 to 200 mark. So I went right in the middle. And I figured if you can do one event and pay for your business management software, that's a pretty good return on your investment.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Now, also a second part with that is with the cost of subscription. Does that include any updates?
Yes. So since it's web-based, like you were talking about, Herbie, all the updates come in free. So when we release new things, they'll be available once they're tested and they roll out properly. And then, so you don't have to worry about being on a latest version or paying for an upgrade or anything like that. The only time that that'll happen is when we introduce more advanced features for, higher businesses like corporations. Then you may pay extra there. But for us, $20 a month or $175 for the year.
Yeah. Now, one of the features that are in Kringle Tracker that I absolutely love is the lead widget. Can you go ahead? Can you tell us about the weed widget, and then I can tell you after you're done. I'll tell you what I love about it. So, all right, go ahead.
So, going back to that scenario, right? We need to get clients coming to us, and one of the ways is for our websites. So what we did is we built what we call a lead widget, and you get a little snippet of code that you put on your website or you give to your web developer, and that will show a three-step form for a client to fill out with date, address, event details, and then their contact information. When someone submits that on your website, it goes straight to your Kringle Tracker account and it doesn't get sent anywhere else. So you're collecting information off your website and it's going straight into your business management software. So then you don't have to type everything over and over, which I know is one of the things Michael loves about it.
Well, it was because the process before Kringle Tracker for me was like I was using Google, everything free, right? Which I do love the four-letter free word, right? And so, but I would have to type the address in, and then I would copy and paste, and I'd move, and then it was like, it was just so much work to that potential, not even a client yet or booked yet. That I was doing that. All of a sudden the lead comes in and then I would call them and all the name and address was already there, and to click one button and then convert them from a potential client, from a lead to a client, and then use that data, and I didn't have to type it. I like that.
And one of the things we just released with the lead widget in particular is before the lead widget collects data, but it's not part of the event system or the client system. So that's why you got to convert your lead to a client. But the one thing that we were missing was that event details. So now when you're viewing a lead, if the date and everything is correct, you click one button and it creates all of the event record for you. So you don't have to type that in either. So with 2 button clicks, you could have a client in your system and the event all put in there ready to start adding contracts and invoices.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, I thought one of the best stories was from Ben Bellhorn when he actually got a lead from the Kringle Tracker widget. He made that person a client, set up a contract, got the contract signed, then set up an invoice and got paid, and everything was done and set up within 5 minutes. So
there's a group of Kringle Tracker users that we all like battle each other. Like, I got a lead, I got the contract, and the invoice paid in full in 17 minutes. And then someone comes and is like, well, I did it in 12. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, well, we got some questions coming in. Let me put them up, and then you can answer it. So here's one question from Kevin. Like a hairdresser, can you let them make appointments for what you have available, right?
So right now, no, because Kringle Tracker isn't a scheduling program. So we have had that request, and we're looking into how we do it, or how we can offer that for the users. So it's a lot more complex doing that than just creating the contract. So right now it's just the lead widget, which does not check against your dates, but we do have some of those things planned for the future.
All right, awesome. Well, here's a question from Sue. So is there a mobile Kringle Tracker that you can put on your phone? And I have it on my laptop.
Yep. So no, you don't need to do anything different other than using your browser on your phone. So whether that's Chrome or Safari, you just go to the website. It's a web app, and you have access to it. So you don't need to install anything on your phone.
I know for me, Sue, that I can look up data and look at what's going on my phone, but with my fat fingers and my old eyes, I do have an easier time on my iPad or my laptop or my desktop than I do my phone. But I love the phone because the iOS and the phone turns that calendar into a GPS for me. It's like, what did I do? I'm thinking 30 years ago as a Santa, I had maps everywhere, right? Kind of thing, when I traveled. So it was like, yeah, GPS is a wonderful gig.
Yeah. All right, there's a couple more here. The next one is, this is actually from Monica. Do you get an email that you have a new lead?
Yeah, so every time a new lead comes in, you're going to get 2 different types of notifications. An email that's sent to whatever your account email is, and then you'll get an in-app notification as well. So if you're within the app working, it'll alert you while you're there, and you can respond to that lead then.
And then one final question. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yep.
So, Kevin, putting the lead widget on your business card, you use a website URL. So mine is timeless-santa.com/contact. So I would put that as a QR code on my website or on my business card, and then it would take them straight to the site, which would then do it. That's how you'd put it on your card.
Yeah, and I love, this is for me, I mean, it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's just, it works for me. I'm always trying to push people to my website, because not only do I want them to see what's available and rates and all of that, but I've got galleries there. And so with all my picture galleries, then it just kind of sells it so they can, that full package. And then there's that contact. So then it takes it to the next step. So that way I don't have to worry about the contact. I've even had clients where I say, well, I tell you what, why don't you go to my website? Here it is. Here's my card. Look at everything over. And then if you'd like, we want to talk some more, just fill out the contact form and I'll get back with you. And then, which means that lead widget, those are potential clients that are in there and they don't go away. Which means if I can't book them this year, I still have all that data and their address and phone numbers and stuff that I literally now, this time of season, I'm just contacting them back again and going, hey, I wouldn't last year, but what about this year? And I'm finding that I'm able to make those contacts because I'm keeping that data for myself.
Right. Yeah, and I'll preempt some question that may pop up later. But Kringle Tracker sends two different types of emails to your clients, an invoice email and a contract email. We don't send general emails or marketing emails. So you want to do that with someone that's what their business is. So MailChimp, Constant Contact, there's a bunch of them out there. They specialize in that. So we let them handle that. And the reason I bring that up is because the leads, like Michael just said, he didn't do it this year. You can export your leads out of Kringle Tracker and import them into Constant Contact or MailChimp and blast a marketing message out to all your potential leads that you didn't get for your new calendar year, and you might pick some of those up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
all right, Michael, let's go ahead and run Larry's ad for insurance.
A little bit of a thank you. Yeah. Normally we would run yours right now, Roger, but we've already run it.
But I also want to encourage everybody to stick around because Michael is going to lead us with Roger on a visual tutorial of Kringle Tracker. So after the break.
Okay. All right, here we go. Hey, we're back.
Hey, we're back.
I will do this, Herbie. If you would like, all right. And I'll preface this. If you would like a demo of Kringle Tracker, get a hold of me. I'd be more than happy. I mean, I don't make any money from Roger. I'd give you my time to show it to you. I'm so firm on this software, that I love showing people what it'll do, and I don't benefit from it, but I'd show you because I know you'll benefit from it, and we're definitely better together kind of thing. So, yes, so get a hold of us. We'll set up a time. And I'd be more than happy to do that. But we can keep going on some other questions for right now to get Roger to answer Kringle Tracker.
This is not what we practiced in the rehearsal, people. What are we, not doing Carol Burnett shows?
No, what happened was, remember Roger made the comment. No, but that's okay. We're all human.
Just call me Tim Conway.
Oh my gosh. Tim's, Yeah, all right. You got me going.
Don't get sidetracked.
For a moment.
We'll do that. I'm trying to stay with my notes. Oh, you're a hoot, brother. All right. So let's recap for just a little bit. We talked about the lead widget. We talked about creating a contract. Now, one of the things that I want to go back to that component just on a touch base is that I do a lot of contracts.
Right.
So instead of copy, 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 Kringle Tracker has something called a template. So
Yeah.
tell us the concept of having the template in there.
Yep.
For
So
not only for contracts but also for emails.
yes, yeah. So we have two different template systems: an email template and a contract template, and both of them work the same when it comes to how to reuse them. So you'll create an email saying, here's your invoice for the event. I can't wait to see you. So rather than changing that client name every single time, you can create that and use what we call a variable token, and you drop that in the email. So you can drop in the client's name, their address, the event time, and and a bunch of the other information. And what that allows you to do is when you need to send an email, you click that and the system fills all that in for you when it sends it. So you're not retyping everything over and over. For emails, it can be a little redundant if you have short emails, but for contracts, and you've got a lot of spots in the contract where you have data, this is where it really shines to autofill that information for you, so that way you don't have to hand enter everything in.
Yep, it's back to saving time, saving keystrokes. I like that. So what other features does Kringle Tracker have?
So we've got clients, we've got leads, we've got the events, we've got the templates, we've got expenses, and then we have some statistics and reports. So based on some of the data in your system, we will be able to tell you what your average event value is based on the information in the system. So it'll tell you every time you go out for an event this year, it's a $245 for that event. Same thing with an hourly rate. So if you're trying to maintain a certain hourly rate, it'll tell you what your hourly rate is based on what you've entered into the system. And then it'll also break it out by the type of event. So you can see if most of your money's coming from home visits or from community events or tree lightings. So you'll be able to tell where your business is at from there, and you can start making changes. So if you don't want to do home visits anymore, but most of your money's coming out of it, now you can start making an action plan to start moving more into the community events.
Cool. So,
Well,
Michael, you got another question?
Well, I do, and it goes right back into the functionality of Kringle Tracker. It's you mentioned before that Kringle Tracker is loaded with predefined items such as the taxable information.
Right.
But my question to you is, how customizable is Kringle Tracker? I know there's some Santas, even like yourself, they not only just do Santa, they may do the Easter Bunny, and
Right.
they may do magic as a magician, and you can utilize Kringle. So how customizable is Kringle Tracker for your particular or individual needs?
So we have a lot of features in there, and some of them are locked down for the reporting, and others are open to allow you to customize them, like you said. So when someone signs up for a new account, we load their account with the 22 IRS approved categories for expenses, and we have an income category. You can then go in and modify those in any way you want. You can add new ones, you can delete ones, you can split out ones. So if you track your advertising by print and web, you could do that. So however you want to handle those, you can adjust those that way. With your contracts and your templates, you can customize those with your own photos and your logos and your language. And none of that is branded with Kringle Tracker. It's all whatever your Santa business is, that it comes to your client looking like it came from you.
So we've talked about the lead widget, getting that information in. We talked about saving redundancy on retyping and contracts and emailing, but touch base on the invoicing and collecting money.
So all of the events can have multiple invoices. And so if you're a performer that takes a retainer and a balance, you can create a retainer invoice for $100, and you can create the balance of $400 for your $500 event. What that allows you to do is track when the retainer gets paid and when the balance gets paid. We integrate with Stripe right now, So you can hook your Stripe account to Kringle Tracker, and when a client views the invoice online, if that's turned on, they can pay right online, and it'll go through your Stripe account and gets deposited in your bank account. So online payments is a huge thing. Most of the clients that book us don't know a life without a phone in their hand. And they're so used to online payments that, for me, what I've experienced and what I've heard other people experience is online payments takes the booking through the roof because they're used to it, they pay for it. And what I've noticed is I send out my invoices in July, I'm paid usually 95% before October 1st for my Santa season. And so that does two things. One, I get to go just be Santa and not worry about collecting money from anybody.
Yeah.
And when that happens, it's a whole different ballgame because you truly don't have anything else to worry about other than making your clients happy.
And making that magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
The flip side of that is my clients don't remember paying because it was so long ago. And some of them try to pay me again, but what I've noticed is I get tips more often now.
Yeah. Well, Kelly's got a question. Can you have two different pricing?
Yeah, so with the invoices, we have a service section. So, Herbie, like you said, people who do Easter Bunny or magic or balloon twisting, you can go create different services for those with different price points. And so when you create your invoice for that particular event, you can choose that service. It'll populate that invoice for you. You save that line item, and then you ship it off to that. So your Santa can be one price, balloon twisting can be another price. I have 3 different prices for Santa because of my area. Where I live is a very rural area, so I can't charge $200 an hour. So I have one for places that are close by to me. And then for corporations, I have a whole different price set. So I'm more consistent with my pricing because I'm not going, crap, what did I do that for with this other guy? And oh, what did I charge him last year? If you need to raise your rate, all those little things help you to track through that and be able to raise your rates and keep consistent pricing for your clients.
Yeah, I know one of the things that I do that I love in the invoicing is that I want to keep my price consistent, but because I live in one of the poorest counties in Michigan, I give out discounts.
Yeah.
And I say, what, here, my normal price would be X, you know what I mean? But I tell you what, let me give you a 50% discount. And they're all excited, and the invoicing lets me do that. It lets me keep so they can see my regular price, and then there's a spot there for the discount. So I'm happy that they know what I'm worth or what I'm charging, and they're happy because it shows it on the invoice, and it's easy to make that discount, available there.
And I use discounts differently for my hypnosis business. So when I do high school senior lock-ins, for somewhere like in Novi, Michigan here, they've got 3 or 4 high schools in Novi. There's 2 in South Lyon, which is right by. So what I offer is a multi-school discount. So if they book me for the same night or the same weekend, I give all the schools a discount, and all of those end up on the invoice to show them the same exact thing that you just said, Michael. They know what I'm worth, but they also know they got a discount.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Well, I tell you what, I'm not sure if discount goes along with a dad joke, but why don't we take let's take a little break, and we've got a special Santa tonight showing his dad joke.
Good evening. What is a vegan's favorite Christmas song? Soy to the world.
Oh, wrong button. I started laughing and hit the wrong button.
Too much plant-based humor there, but
Yeah, it was a little plant-based humor. Nice. Low carb. That was Stephen Gillum approved on humor. Nice. Cool. Herbie, question.
questions? Well, yeah, sure. Why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? Anyway, no. All right. Roger, since this has been going on for 4 years, and it's again, I'm a user. I love it. Just to give you some idea, Santa Dave Denby had to say, I have to say that Kringle Tracker is awesome. This is my second year using the software and sold on the benefits. I used to use an Excel spreadsheet. Kringle Tracker is way better way to manage my Santa business. So again, what you're seeing is, I mean, you're getting a lot of affirmation that Kringle Tracker is, I don't want to say a must because there will be some sticks in the mud. I still prefer
Oh yeah.
sticky notes and paper. But with the success that you've seen,
Yeah.
where do you see Kringle Tracker going in the next few years?
Well, one of the things that we have now started, so we have over 100 users, and not all of them are from the Santa community now. So we're starting to branch out into other communities. So we have some balloon twisters and clowns and magicians and on the platform. So they're giving us feedback on how they run their business. So over the next few years, Kringle Tracker is going to morph into more of a performer CRM rather than Santa specific. But we have all these Santa specific things that are going to stick around for us in the community to use. So that way we can keep enhancing it for us, but we're also going to be helping out more than just the Santa community.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, it's 1:45, Michael. It's time for trivia.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still reading stuff. But
All right, you keep reading. I'm gonna go
no,
ahead
no,
and
no,
run this and we'll be
no.
back.
All right, you do that.
Or Santa's Closet has been committed to providing unique, high-quality accessories for Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the entire Claus community. Our mission is to deliver exceptional customer service and outstanding value, offering competitive pricing and a wide selection of products designed to enrich the Claus experience.
All right, you want to give the rules for our trivia question, Michael?
I sure will. Well, welcome to trivia, everyone. Today's trivia, you know the rules. If you're just a first time listener with us or watching us, the rules are very simple. If you have won within the last, I don't know how many days, like 8 weeks or something like that, you are not eligible to participate.
Timeout.
Timeout. Yes, you are in timeout, or in the words of one of my favorite movies, Slapshot, you go to the penalty box and you feel shame for a while. The other question is we cannot ship to foreign places. So unfortunately, if you do live in Canada or you do live in Mexico or anywhere within Europe or Australia, we cannot ship it to you. But if you do have a really good friend here in the United States that'd be more than willing to ship it to you, then we could go ahead and make arrangements for you.
But to the U.S. address. Yep.
Right. If you are tonight's winner, you will need to provide us with your name, your email, your name and your address and shirt size, and you'd want to send that to our email address at.
Oh, you want to? Oh, I can show it. Yeah, here.
That would be easier to do. At that was a quick one. There it is.
I accidentally double clicked.
All right. At kringlebrothers2@gmail.com. So if you are tonight's winner, please email us your name, your address, and your shirt size at kringlebrothers2@gmail.com. And we'll provide that to Santa's Closet, and they will send you a wonderful, wonderful surprise.
All right.
Did I cover all the rules?
I think we're good. Are you got?
All right.
Are you looking at the comment section?
Yes.
Your eyes are there, Herbie.
I'm watching there. I'm also reading AJ's thing and going from there. All right, Michael, go ahead and go.
All right, here we go. Tonight's question: how long must a snowstorm last before it's considered a blizzard? How long must a
Yeah, a snowstorm last.
last before it's considered a blizzard? And now we're not talking Dairy Queen.
Oh, Dairy Queen does sound good, though.
Doesn't that sound good? I like the M&M blizzards.
Oh, yeah, those are good ones, too.
All right, so how are we doing? We have any
Not yet.
guesses? No guesses?
No, but, we got our winner.
Oh,
We already got our winner, William B. Busey or Buse,
all right,
B-U-S-C.
awesome.
He is our winner. He came in very, very quickly.
So how long must the snowstorm last before it's considered a blizzard? 3 hours. Isn't that the same amount of time as Gilligan's Island?
3-hour tour. Yes, it is.
Association. We went from blizzards to tropics, just like that.
Hey, you know what? If Marianne was making coconut cream pie, okay, I'm there just for the coconut cream pie.
And the blizzard sounds really good.
I know. Again, now I want to go get a blizzard. Would you quit?
Well, and it's, you know what, and it's probably good because I'm fasting right now. I've got to do blood work. In fact, I forgot to tell you the story. All
Oh
right.
my goodness, you're gonna love this one, Roger.
All right, Roger, you're going to love this. Let me tell you my story today, which is really fun. I had my physical today, and that's why I'm fasting tomorrow for blood work in the morning, right? So I'm in there, and I'm in. The nurse comes in, and of course it's Santa, right? Kind of it's just Santa's in the shop. It happens everywhere. You know that. You're used to that. And so we go through all the stuff, and then she looks at me, and the nurse does, and she goes, "Your doctor has an intern. Would you mind that the intern ask all of the pre-questions before the doctor comes in, for the exam?" I went, "Well, I don't have a problem with that." And she gives me her name, and she's from Canada. And we didn't tell her that you're Santa. We just told her we want to know your honest feeling when you walk into the room. So when you come back out, so it's all set up, right? So the door opens up, the intern walks in, and her eyes get really big, and it's just like, "Yeah, so what's your first impression?" So I say it, she goes, "You are Santa," kind of thing, right? And so we go through all of the questions, we do all that, and she leaves the room. And all of my concerns and things that we were going to test for and all of that, right? So she leaves, and your doctor will be in shortly. So the doctor walks into the room, and he looks at me. First thing he says, "Can we get a picture?" And I went, "I thought we were doing blood work and stuff." I go, "You need a CAT scan or an MRI or something? And what do you want a picture of?" He goes, "No, a personal picture." And I go, "You want a personal picture?" He goes, "Yeah, the big rapid Santa was in the exam room next to me, and he wanted the two of us together with him." And it's going, how many times do you get a Santa in one room, and then you turn around and you go to the next Santa? And it was like, oh, so my doctor was a hoot. We laughed over that, and then, yeah.
That's awesome.
So that was my story for today, which the blizzard goes, "Oh, that sounds really good," because I am a little hungry right now. So that's the correlation. All right. Yeah, that was a long. All right, where are we at, Michael? You got
Well,
me.
right now I've got you going on a squirrel moment. That's not me.
Oh wait. All right, we're down to here. We did.
Well, hang on a second.
We did that. Okay.
Right. But Sue Radloff came and said to Roger, "This is an awesome program tonight." Your programs are always awesome. Thank you, Sue. But this is really awesome tonight. I've been using Kringle Tracker for 2 years, and I just realized I'm not using all the features.
Oh.
So, yes, Sue, it is a wonderful, wonderful program. I'm so glad that you are watching. Let's see what else is on here real quickly. Everybody does love the idea of a blizzard. The Vineyard Santa says to dip the French fries into a blizzard cup.
Oh yeah, that's like the Frosty.
Oh, yeah. All right, so are we going to move into rapid fire Christmas questions?
Let's go Christmas questions for Roger. See how
Oh,
he
boy.
responds to that.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
There's an echo.
Taboo.
All right, why don't you go ahead and start, Michael?
All right, I'll start with. So Roger, all right, do you prefer a real Christmas tree or a fake one?
I prefer real, but I've had fake trees because my wife is allergic to pine.
Oh.
How many trees do you normally put up?
So ever since 2020 was the most trees, we put up 26 trees, and we only put up probably about 10 now.
It was really cool. It was like walking into a forest.
All right, so with those trees now, what type of Christmas lights do you prefer? Clear, multicolored, blinking, or solid?
So that depends on the theme of the tree because we theme all of our trees. So we have a tree in the kitchen and it's got baking goods on it. It's got butter sticks and all sorts of different ornaments. So that one gets white ones. And our woodland tree, which has pine cones and everything, we put the colored lights on there.
Oh,
So
see.
both.
Covers all areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to take a picture. People, it's like walking into a forest, like Narnia, like wardrobe, and they walk through all of the. Yeah, it's awesome.
During COVID, every time I came back from work, my wife had bought another tree from Walmart. So we have a lot of Christmas trees.
Fun. So, what's your favorite Christmas tree topper?
Oh, so my favorite one is it's a top hat that it's a taller top hat, so it doesn't look like Frosty's top hat, and it's just got gold and silver decorations on it.
Fun.
Somebody made a comment about favorite blizzard, and there was like cotton candy blizzard. So
Ooh.
I told you I'm squirreling out big time. Favorite Christmas song, my friend?
Oh, favorite Christmas song. I'll say Little Drummer Boy.
Oh, that's a good one. Parumpa bum bum.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
These are which Santa movies I grew up on.
there's a group called Jars of Clay did and I just love the rendition of it. You know, there's like like Blue Man Group, all the sound,
yeah.
drumming stuff. It was just like it was awesome. So, all right, favorite Christmas movie.
So, I like Noel with Anna Kendrick.
That's a good one. Yep.
Yep.
All right, how about your favorite cookie?
A round one? Oh, sorry.
Oh, perfect. See? Now you people wonder where I get it from.
Yeah. My favorite cookie is a white chocolate macadamia nut.
Nice. That is a good cookie. And last but not least, do you have a favorite Christmas tradition that you guys like to do?
So when I was growing up, our Christmas tradition was we got to open up one gift on Christmas Eve, and it was always a pair of pajamas, Christmas pajamas. But one of the things we did with our kids when they were younger is we started going away for Christmas over Christmas Eve. So we would leave on the 23rd or the 24th, depending on how my Santa season was. And we would go stay at a water park hotel for a few days. So we would have Christmas in the hotel. So we would bring a little tabletop tree, and we got all the gifts packed in the car before the kids could see it. And they got to experience Christmas, but we did it at several different locations.
Fun. That would be fun. I like it. Progressive gifting.
Yeah.
So if you're interested into looking in more of Kringle Tracker, you can find that at kringletracker.com. And if someone, they can sign up and give it a test drive, Roger, isn't that true? Or
Yep. Yeah. So you can click sign up on the website. It'll take you to the registration form. You can log in. You don't have to put a credit card in, and you get to see the full system for 20 days. And then at 20 days, you'll make the decision if you want to purchase it or not.
Yeah, and I would say this: go ahead, sign up, give it a test drive.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of guy that I like to learn by doing it and touching it, and then finding out more that it'll do for me. So give it a test drive, and like I said before, if you would like a demo of it, I'd be more than happy to do that. Personally for you, just give me a shout at Kringle Brothers 2 at gmail.com, and we'll set that up for you, and I'll show it to you so you can see if you would like it a little bit more. Also too, if you'll do a favor for us, if you would please hit like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is really important. We would really appreciate your support. If you've watched Kringle Tracker 2 or 3 times and you're not subscribed, would you do me a favor? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Also for Kringle Time and the Kringle Brothers, not just Kringle Tracker.
Right.
Oh yeah. Did I mess that up? I knew I would.
Yeah.
I was working so hard not to mess that up.
Go follow the Kringle Brothers, but I won't be sad if you follow Kringle
Tracker too. Tracker with the Kringle Brother Tracker backer snackers.
And I just want to say one thing. While we were discussing the last 5 minutes, I've gotten 2 Kringle Tracker leads off my website, and one of them is for my birthday. So
that's fun. Exactly. Well, Roger, thanks so much for giving us some time.
Yeah,
and
thank you guys for
sharing
having
it
me.
with her. It's one of those. It's like anything else. There's a lot of things that I like, but Kringle Tracker is one of those that's becoming a necessity for me, especially now in Christmas in July and all the bookings and everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't just use it for Christmas season. I mean, for me, Kringle Tracker is something that I'm working with constantly and doing my Christmas and July stuff on it right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, remember, join us next week for Kringle Brothers, our Kringle Time, when we're going to have a special guest, Spencer Davis of Live Bearded here. We'll be discussing beard care and keeping your beard looking its best.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, and thanks Bob and Scott and Spangle and Angela for the TL network and everyone that's a part of that TL network. We appreciate your support and your friendship and your encouragement. Thank you to Roger for supporting, and for Larry for supporting, and Wade and Scarlett at Santa's Closet. They've got some really good stuff on sale on their Click. I just ordered a new belt buckle that was on sale. I just got it. Thank you, Wade.
And also a major big thank you to our lovely brides, Linda and Stacy, whose support we couldn't be doing half of the stuff that we do. Wow. And also a big thank you to you, our viewers. It's because of you that Michael and I look forward to Wednesday with Kringle Time each and every week.
So, may your days be jolly and your hearts be bright.
May the magic of Christmas fill every aspect of your life.
And remember to be good for goodness sake.
And spread joy and share kindness to all you see.
Thanks for showing up. We never get it right, so why try it?
Well, then we need to move it.
Well, all right. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Roger, for helping out. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Afterglow party.
Woohoo! Party over here. Party
Roger,
over
do
there.
you have a favorite dad joke? You're
you took
muted,
your
Roger.
Mute now.
You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay.
And this is the IT guy.
Yeah, listen, 2020 gave us one thing, and it was the Verizon commercial back. Except was, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Very good. You got me there.
Why do ducks have tail feathers?
I don't know. Why do ducks have tail feathers?
To cover their butt quacks.
Oh my God!
Oh.
A duck
funny.
butt joke and a soy joke, all on the same
Right,
show.
yeah.
Soy. Oh, thanks again, everybody. We appreciate your
you.
support.